What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary back with another video. Today we're going to get into the Jets versus the Los Angeles Rams game. I'll give you my preview and predictions for this Week 16 matchup. So the Jets come in at 4-10, sitting at 22nd in the league in points for and 18th in points against. The Rams come in with an 8-6 record, 17th in points for and 24th in points against. The Jets are 3-point home dogs. You could sign up for BetUS using my promo code YouTube150. Receive a 150% match deposit bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000 to get in on the action. I'll be making my pick towards the end of this video. But if you want to get in, maybe like college football playoffs is going on now. So there's a ton of action that you can get in on over on BetUS, America's favorite sportsbook. So the Rams did it again. They got off to a slow start this year. They started 1-4. They are now 8-6, 7-2 over their last 9. They beat in a really impressive showing the Buffalo Bills just a couple weeks ago. Then they scratched their way to a win over the San Francisco 49ers. So they're playing pretty good football right now. To go 7-2 over a 9-game period is impressive no matter how you slice it. And they are just setting up to honestly be an NFC West champion. I didn't think they would win the NFC West before the start of the season. I thought it would probably be the San Francisco 49ers again. I liked the Rams to be the second team in that division, but they have a path, a realistic one, to get over the hump and win this division and play a home playoff game, which means a lot. Obviously, we know about Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua and those guys, but Kyren Williams on the ground has been just an absolute force in the rushing game. 1,121 yards and 12 touchdowns in 14 games so far this year. Again, you can't say anything about this guy that hasn't already been said. A touchdown machine. The Jets have struggled against the run this year. I would think Kyren Williams is set to have a very big game, especially if it's supposed to be as cold as what they're predicting at MetLife Stadium. Could be a ground and pound game. We talk about the Rams getting hot in the second half, but what about second half Matthew Stafford? In his last 5 games, 10 passing touchdowns, no picks. And again, like I said, the Rams usually hit their stride in the second half of the year. You could kind of say the same thing about Matthew Stafford. And look, like, yes, there's teams every single year who've been good from start to finish. In the NFC in particular, teams that, jump out to me, the Lions, the Eagles, teams like that. But with the Rams getting hot, like, that's a dangerous team. The Rams are getting hot at the right time and will likely be going into the playoffs on a nice little win streak and with some momentum, and that could be very, very dangerous. On the Jet side, they're still banged up, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And truly, I'm a little concerned about this defense going up against Sean McVay. I know they had that surprise win over McVay and the Rams in 2020. That's a long time ago now. But this style of offense that Sean McVay runs usually tends to perform pretty well against the Jets. Think about what we saw the 49ers do at the beginning of the year. Think about what the Miami Dolphins in that West Coast offense always seem to do against the Jets, over the last few years with Mike McDaniel there. So I don't think this is a great defensive day for the Jets, and there hasn't been very many of those recently anyway. On the offensive side, I do think we get a high-scoring game in this one. Rodgers has played better the last 2 weeks, and I think he puts out another promising effort in this game, which will just amplify the discussions even more on whether or not the Jets should bring him back. I have Rodgers going something like 23 of 35, 65.7%, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Stafford, 22 of 33, 66.7 completion percentage, 278 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I also think Kyren Williams adds 2 rushing touchdowns. I think he has a big prediction. So that gets us to the score prediction in this game. I have it Rams 35, Jets 27. So yeah, lots of points in this one. I think it'll be an entertaining game, similar to what we saw against the Miami Dolphins. Neither one of those teams really looked all that good, but both teams put up a bunch of points in that game. And it was an entertaining back and forth kind of game. I think we get that a little bit, but I think the Rams just have an absolute day, a field day offensively. So I'm going to take the Rams -3 over on BetUS. Make sure to sign up using my promo code YouTube150 and get in on the fun. Let me know your thoughts. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll catch you next time.